Yeah, it's a little bit too early to evaluate the conference yet because it started only yesterday and there are 2 more days of deliberations. But in general, I would say that this kind of conferences today are even more important than they were yesterday or the day before yesterday. And this is due to a development we experience or are facing since maybe 1.5 decades already, that has been described as a return of religion into the public sphere. Religion, religious commitments, religious affiliations for many people today play a much greater role than it did maybe 10 or 20 years before, and therefore the dialogue between people of various religious orientations and commitment today is even more important than yesterday, and this is also to be said about a conference like this. Religion more and more becomes an essential, if not decisive, part of the identity of human beings. And the behavior of human beings today is more dependent on their religious identities, as I said, than it was before. But this is also a certain danger, because religion in that context can also be instrumentalized for whatever purpose. Yeah, and this is, I think, also in a response to a process that generally has been described as an increasing globalization. That means an increase in religious pluralization and political and cultural diversification of our societies. Wherever we live in societies that are multi-ethnic, multi-religious, multicultural, whatever. So that means the only stable element seems to be the religious identity. Every other thing is more and more complex. And as a response to this experience, so the religious element, the religious ingredient, becomes more and more decisive. Also in its ambivalence. It is a positive sign, and it can also be an expression of something that should be regarded as a negative. I'm not in favor of any state-sponsored religion or something like that. I think the legacy of the European Enlightenment of separating state and religion is a good development, if I may say so. In general, religion does not contradict democracy. There are different things. Democracy and religion are incompatible to a certain degree, and there would be a wrong concept of competition between democracy and religion if they were regarded as competing elements or factors in the society. Democracy is one thing, that is a political, organizational structure or frame of a society. But religion is something that constitutes identities, and that is different from democracy.